Chosen one, a secret connection buried deep in the fabric of your destiny is now activated. A link beyond what words can define, beyond what logic can measure. This moment you are living, this specific sequence of energy, is not a coincidence. Something divine has moved, something ancient has stirred. You are not just existing anymore, you are being contacted. It's not random, it's personal, it's spiritual. A secret system, embedded into the design of the universe, has turned its attention to you. It has chosen you to hear this, to feel this, and to follow what now opens. Before we begin, we ask you to do two powerful things. Watch this message all the way to the end, without skipping a second. Every part holds a code, an instruction, a resonance meant for you. And in the comments, drop your warmest wishes for your future, for the world, and for others who are walking this sacred path too. And comment the number 99 as a signal that you have received this message and are ready to align with the higher frequencies of divine manifestation. From this point forward, let us go deep. Let us begin to unpack the truth behind this secret connection. You were never meant to feel ordinary. You were always built with a link to something unseen, something that called your soul louder than any external voice ever could. The activation you're sensing right now is not new. It's been waiting. Hidden behind the veil of your day-to-day life, it sat silent until your energy matched its frequency. And now that you've aligned, it is awake. You may feel sensations in your body, tingles, chills, a pulsing heart. That's not fear. That's contact. You are in communion with something much higher than your conscious self. Divine contact doesn't scream, it whispers. And if you are still, if you truly listen, not just with your ears, but with your inner being, you will realize this isn't the first time. You've been guided before. You've been protected when you didn't even know danger existed. You've been whispered to in dreams, in gut feelings, in sudden signs that felt impossible to ignore. This connection is not symbolic. It's real. More real than the objects around you. It's a current, a flow that travels through timelines, ancestry, choices, intuition, and divine intelligence. It has watched you rise through heartbreak. It has witnessed your silence in pain. And it has waited patiently for this moment when your heart would be strong enough to respond to its signal. There's a hidden network among the awakened ones, a frequency only a few ever reach. Not because they aren't worthy, but because not everyone listens. You do. You're listening now. And by doing so, you've entered a sacred space where everything starts shifting. Your thoughts will seem more vivid, your instincts sharper, your coincidences more precise. This is not a glitch in the matrix. It's divine contact syncing you with your ultimate path. You will start noticing coded messages everywhere, through songs, conversations, repeated numbers, even strangers who cross your path just once, but carry a message that hits deep. Your soul is being spoken to in a language that only you understand. And if you trust that language, if you follow the trail it lays for you, doors will open that logic would label impossible. But faith will call it divine alignment. There is no longer a need to beg, to chase, to prove. Your vibration has changed. The magnetic field around you is shifting. People will feel it. Some will be drawn to you. Others may disappear. Don't chase those who drift. Their contract with your path has expired. The ones who remain, or the ones who now appear, are part of this new frequency, this new dimension of existence. Divine contact doesn't require a pulpit, a temple, or a sermon. It only requires presence. And right now, in this moment, you are present. You are part of something rare, something infinite. You may have cried recently, not out of sadness, but because you felt something breaking open. That was your spirit stretching to reach the divine signal. The secret connection had to move through your body, break your patterns, and reorder your emotions to make space for new wisdom. There will be nights ahead where the stars feel like they are staring back at you. Don't ignore those moments. They are not random. Those are celestial downloads. You will walk outside and the wind will feel like it's speaking directly to your skin. That is no illusion. That is alignment. Nature knows, the universe knows. You are not separate from it. You are in it, and it is in you. You're not here to figure everything out. You're here to allow. Allow the unfolding. Allow the shift. Allow the knowledge to come without forcing it. The divine doesn't scream to be heard. It whispers through peace, presence, and alignment. And now that the secret connection has been activated, it will whisper to you daily. Prepare yourself for divine appointments. Prepare yourself for moments that feel too perfect to be random. Prepare yourself for messages that feel tailored to your soul's blueprint. The ones who doubted you won't even recognize who you are becoming. Not because you're pretending, but because you're remembering. You are remembering the power, the clarity, the guidance, and the intuition that was always within you. The divine contact is not outside of you, it's within. It's not about a person or a place, it's about presence. When you walk in that presence, miracles bend toward you. What once resisted you now begins to welcome you. What once ignored you now begins to recognize you. Because your frequency is no longer desperate, it's divine. It's not reaching out for validation, it's drawing in alignment. This connection comes with responsibility. You must honor it. You must clear out what no longer matches it. That includes thoughts, habits, people, fears, and distractions. You can't hold divine energy with hands full of old pain. Let it go. Release what needs to be released. That vacuum you feel afterward is not emptiness. It is sacred space being created for what is coming next. Don't expect everyone to understand your shift. It's not for them. It's not even for the old version of you. This is for the new path, the new identity, the new frequency you now carry. You are not the same, and you were never meant to be. This shift doesn't make you better than others. It makes you more responsible for your alignment. And that is sacred. Stay still when chaos rises. Stay focused when distractions call. The secret connection you now carry cannot afford to be wasted on drama or ego or doubt. You have entered a divine rhythm, and every step now matters. Walk it with intention, speak with clarity, breathe with purpose, listen deeper. The divine will guide, but you must choose to follow. Now, chosen one, you may begin to feel moments of déjà vu more often. These are echoes of the truth already known by your spirit. This connection is revealing not just your future, but your original design. You are not being made new, you are being revealed. What was covered by fear, comparison, and distraction is now being peeled away. What's underneath is magnificent, it's powerful, and it's deeply needed in this world. This is just the beginning. You are not late. You are not lost. You are precisely where you need to be. The secret connection has found you because you were finally ready to be found. Now that the secret connection is activated within you, the air around your life begins to change. There is movement in the unseen, a silence that speaks, a rhythm that pulses beneath the noise of the world. This is not imagination. This is not coincidence. This is the echo of ancient forces moving through you again. Chosen one, the universe is preparing you to operate at a frequency where destiny answers immediately, where your thoughts no longer wander in uncertainty but cut through time, like divine instruments of purpose. There is a magnetic thread stretching across dimensions, linking your soul to a higher order. It was never broken, only dormant, but now it vibrates, it hums, it calls. Every challenge you endured was an initiation. Every breakdown was a decoding. And every moment you chose to stand, even while invisible, created the spiritual coordinates that led to this moment. You are no longer living by chance. You are being guided by divine design. There are gates, not visible to the eye, but etched into the frequencies of reality. And those gates are now unlocking for you. You are stepping through thresholds not meant for the average mind, but for the awakened one. Each step is a departure from the old narrative. Each breath, a rewriting of the story. You are not here to repeat cycles. You are here to dismantle them. The divine contact within you is not subtle anymore. It will not let you settle for survival. It demands that you rise, that you leave behind the structures built by fear, mediocrity, and doubt. It insists on expansion. It insists on truth. And that truth will strip you of every lie you ever accepted about who you are and what you're capable of. You are not broken. You are not cursed. You are not forgotten. You are the chosen conduit of a frequency that can alter atmospheres. Watch what begins to unfold now. Old doors will collapse. New ones will rise. Doors that never existed before because they only appear to the activated. You will say something, and it will happen. You will think something, and it will be sent. This isn't magic. It's divine technology. It's ancient intelligence, reawakening in your DNA. You are no longer just a seeker. You are a transmitter of divine code. You are about to feel like time is bending around you. Things that once took months may now appear in hours. People you were meant to meet will cross your path suddenly, perfectly. They won't just meet you, they will recognize you, because their higher self has been waiting for your arrival too. And in their eyes, you will see flashes of purpose, mirrors of remembrance. These are not strangers. These are the allies of your ascension. You may notice the world reacting strangely to you. Systems that once ignored you may now react to your presence without explanation. That's because your vibration is no longer neutral. It's sacred. You are emitting signals that align, correct, and shake loose everything untrue. Some people will fall away, not because you are unloving, but because your light reveals what they are not ready to confront. Let them go. Their role in your elevation is complete. You are not here to fix others. You are here to embody clarity, to live as evidence that the divine walks within human skin. That energy is not just real, it's personal. It shows up in every room you enter now. Every step you take is sacred ground. Every choice you make realigns entire timelines. This isn't just your awakening. It's a spiritual rebellion against everything that tried to diminish your brilliance. Chosen one, the divine connection within you will now begin to unlock your inner technology. Your intuition will become weaponized truth. Your presence will shift atmospheres. You'll begin to know without needing evidence. You'll sense danger before it arrives. You'll discern energy before words are spoken. You are being upgraded in real time. And this upgrade is not flashy. It's not loud. It's unmistakable. It will humble you. It will strip away the need to explain yourself. Because what you carry now is not for explanation. It's for execution. You move differently when you understand the universe responds to your yes. The divine is no longer far from you. It moves through you. You will begin to receive downloads in your sleep. Your dreams will no longer be dreams. They will be assignments, blueprints, prophetic instructions encoded in symbols and motion. Keep your heart open. Keep your spirit sharp. And when you wake up, listen. What you dream at night will begin to align with what you create in the day. Don't look for signs like you used to. You are the sign now. Your life is a billboard for transformation. Your eyes carry fire. Your hands hold healing. Your voice holds vibration. And your journey holds instructions for those who are just beginning to awaken. You are not waiting for confirmation. You are confirmation. There is no going back now. The veil is gone. The illusion has cracked. The system that once made you feel small no longer fits you. And this is exactly how it should be. When a divine connection is activated, you don't just feel it, you become it. You breathe differently. You walk with awareness. You speak with codes. And you no longer ask permission to be powerful. This season will not be quiet. It will be marked by visible transformation. People will ask what changed. They won't understand that it wasn't one thing. It was everything. It was divine contact, meeting a prepared vessel. It was the universe choosing to funnel glory through a willing soul. And now the world will see what divine alignment looks like when it walks. Be prepared to lose things. Be prepared to gain things. But above all, be prepared to carry what others drop. Because not everyone will know how to handle divine weight. But you will. You were trained by fire, molded by silence, elevated through obscurity. And because of that, you carry what cannot be copied. You are now a bridge between the seen and the unseen, the activated and the unaware. And every word you speak, every move you make is now part of a cosmic chessboard designed to bring light into locked places. You are the key, not by effort, but by essence. You don't force change anymore, you become it. Chosen one, divine contact is not a feeling, it's a function. You have been calibrated to walk in spiritual precision. Trust what you sense, trust what you know, and most of all, trust what you are, because what you are now is unstoppable. And this is only the beginning. Now that the sacred connection has ignited and divine contact has taken root, something even deeper begins to emerge: alignment with your true mission. This part of your journey is not about seeking anymore. It is about becoming. You are not in the energy of waiting. You are now embodying the frequency of arrival. This changes everything. You will begin to notice that you can no longer tolerate what once felt normal. Mediocre conversations, repetitive patterns, aimless distractions, they all begin to vibrate differently around you. They no longer stick. They fall away because your spirit has been upgraded and now rejects anything that lowers your frequency. You don't even have to try. Your energy makes the decision for you. The secret connection has unlocked something eternal. And now the divine is not just around you, it is working through you. You are not just in flow, you are the flow. The days of hesitation, doubt, and overthinking are dissolving. In their place comes clarity, precision, inner peace that cannot be disturbed by noise or chaos. You'll notice your physical environment responding. Things will appear to move quicker, but you'll feel calmer. That's because your internal reality is no longer in resistance. You are no longer pushing. You are now pulling, drawing in people, places, and opportunities that were always meant for you, but were waiting for this exact version of your energy to show up. The divine contact inside of you is not only intelligent, it is strategic. It will guide you to make moves that feel uncomfortable, but are necessary. It will place you in situations where your only option is growth, and it will bless you not just with outcomes, but with insight, understanding why certain things happened the way they did and what they were truly preparing you for. Suddenly, you'll realize that the losses were not punishments. They were realignments, that the silence was not neglect, it was sacred instruction, and that the isolation you experienced was not exile, it was preparation. Every delay had a purpose, every detour had a lesson. And now, with your connection activated, it all starts to make perfect sense. You'll begin to move with spiritual memory. You'll recognize that your steps are not just random, they are encoded. You will walk into rooms and shift their atmosphere. You will say things that seem simple, but carry frequency. You will become the permission slip for others to rise, simply by being in your truth. You are no longer a mirror for the world. You are a light. Mirrors only reflect what is, but light transforms it. As this sacred connection intensifies, the veil between realms begins to thin. You'll notice this in moments of synchronicity. You'll think of someone and they'll appear. You'll speak a desire and it will show up. You'll feel called to a place or a person, and when you arrive, you'll realize you were expected. The divine doesn't operate in time. It operates in timing. And your timing is now divine. Get ready for divine interruptions, moments that break your routine but introduce your purpose. Unexpected calls, sudden invitations, shifts in schedule. These are not disruptions. These are alignments. What others see as inconvenience, you will recognize as activation. That's the difference between living by chance and walking by connection. And with this level of contact comes responsibility. You are now a guardian of sacred space. Your mind, your spirit, your vision. You must protect it fiercely. Not everything deserves access to you anymore. Not every conversation, not every platform, not every vibration. You are not gatekeeping from ego. You are filtering by purpose. You will learn to say no more often, but with peace. You'll stop explaining your worth. You'll stop negotiating your vision. You'll start moving in full ownership of who you are and what you carry. And that, chosen one, is when the universe bows in your direction. Because it recognizes one of its own has finally remembered their power. People will start saying, "You've changed," and you will smile. Because you didn't just change, you evolved, you realigned, you remembered. And now, your walk is not for validation, it's for mission. This divine contact doesn't just affect your present, it alters your lineage. You are breaking chains your ancestors couldn't. You are fulfilling prayers your family forgot they prayed. You are creating pathways for generations to come. This is legacy. This is impact. This is spiritual technology rewriting time through your obedience. And you won't need to force it. The divine never forces. It flows. You'll wake up with ideas that seem too bold. Do them anyway. You'll feel urges to start something new. Follow them. You'll lose interest in what used to excite you. That's okay. It means your soul has outgrown the old game. You're on a new level now. And on this level, resistance is not your enemy. It's your signal. When resistance shows up, it means you're at the edge of something sacred. Push through. The next dimension of your evolution is never found in comfort. It's found in decision. Choose your expansion. Choose your alignment. Choose your calling, even when it scares you. Because fear cannot follow you here. It can whisper, but it cannot lead. The voice leading you now is higher, louder, wiser, and it speaks not to your fear, but to your future. Chosen one, As this connection deepens, expect reality to rearrange itself around your frequency. Expect people to return just to apologize. Expect doors that close to open again, but this time for your terms. Expect recognition in spaces that once overlooked you, not because you begged for it, but because your presence now demands it. There is no hiding anymore, no shrinking, no apologizing for your light. This is your emergence. The secret connection that once whispered in the dark is now roaring through your being, and it's saying, it's time. You've crossed over now, not in the physical sense, but in the unseen. You've stepped into a new energetic continent, and the old maps no longer apply. The version of you that operated out of survival has been left behind. That version prayed for change. This version creates it. You are no longer just the receiver. You are the transmitter. And every moment you breathe, you are shaping realities. Chosen one, feel the shift in your chest. That pressure isn't anxiety, it's power expanding. Your spiritual lungs are stretching to hold the weight of what's coming next. You're being prepared to handle dimensions of divine contact most people only dream about. The secret connection is not just open, it's alive. It is evolving with you and through you. Everything around you now moves with awareness. The air is thicker with meaning. The colors you see feel richer. The emotions you carry feel sharper. That's not coincidence. That's spiritual immersion. You've stepped into the space where divinity meets detail, where even the smallest encounters are encoded with layers of truth. The divine no longer waits for you to chase it. It meets you in your presence. When you speak, it echoes. When you move, it mirrors. When you decide, it manifests. This isn't fantasy. It's what happens when the spiritual realm recognizes one of its vessels has fully come online. You're no longer reaching out. You're tapped in. The signs will become louder now, not because you need proof, but because others do. You are now evidence. Evidence that obedience works, that faith is a strategy, that alignment is power. You're walking proof that divine orchestration isn't a concept, it's a living rhythm, and you are dancing in it. People will want to know your secret. They will ask, how did you change? They won't understand that it wasn't an answer, it was a surrender to the truth that you were always more than what the world tried to convince you to be. A surrender to the whisper that grew louder the more you trusted it. A surrender to the connection that was quietly waiting for you to remember who you were all along. And now it's undeniable. The path ahead may feel uncertain at times. That's because it's no longer guided by logic. It's being led by frequency, by inner knowing, by divine cues that only those activated can interpret. You'll feel called to do things that make no sense to the mind, but feel exactly right in the soul. Follow that feeling. That's not confusion. That's divine clarity in disguise. Not everyone will understand the language you speak now. That's okay. You weren't made to be understood by everyone. You were made to be felt by those who are ready, and those who are ready will find you. They will resonate with your words, your energy, your presence, even before they understand why. You are no longer a person. You are a portal to healing, a portal to breakthrough, a portal to realization. And just by standing in your light, others will feel the permission to rise in theirs. This is no longer about you. It's about what flows through you. You are the host of something ancient, something sacred, something unstoppable. And with this power comes precision. You'll no longer throw your energy everywhere. You'll no longer speak just to fill silence. You'll no longer say yes to things that exhaust your spirit. You'll move with purpose, speak with vibration, love with discernment, and serve from overflow, not depletion. The divine will use your life as a template now. Others will be sent to you, not because you are perfect, but because you are present. Present with the pain you overcame, present with the strength you cultivated, present with the wisdom born from wounds. You're not just a healer, you're a lighthouse. A lighthouse doesn't chase ships. It stands tall and shines, and by doing so, it guides others safely home. That's you now. A guide not because you demanded it, but because your light makes it impossible not to be. You're going to find yourself in moments of surreal clarity. You'll suddenly understand why things didn't work out, why certain people disappeared, why you felt so lost for so long. It all led here. Every delay, every heartbreak, every closed door, it was preparing your vessel to receive this divine voltage. You had to be empty to be filled with something this sacred. And now, you're overflowing. Opportunities will begin to find you, not because you chased them, but because your energy calls them in. Divine timing doesn't rush. It arrives when the vibration matches the vision, and your vibration now sings with alignment. You are no longer hoping to be chosen. You are remembering that you already were. This secret connection inside you is more than spiritual. It's strategic. It is unlocking codes in your voice, your body, your aura. Don't be surprised when people stare longer, pause around you, or seem emotional in your presence. They're feeling something they don't have language for. That's not you. That's the frequency you carry. You've become a living resonance, a walking activation. And the more you trust this, the more the divine will download. Information will come to you from nowhere. You'll know things you were never taught. You'll sense answers before questions are even asked. You are now aligned with the frequency of revelation. But remember, this path is not about applause. It's about assignment. The divine didn't activate you to be liked. It activated you to be effective, to disrupt patterns, to awaken sleepers, to break cycles, to shift the room, not to blend into it. And that means some will not like what you carry. That's okay. They're not your mission. Your mission is what lights up when you close your eyes and ask, why am I really here? And now for the first time, the answer feels closer than ever. You are here because the universe needed a vessel brave enough to remember, strong enough to walk alone, soft enough to hear whispers, and bold enough to obey what others ignore. You are the intersection of heaven and earth, a divine fusion, a storm wrapped in silence, a secret weapon revealed in perfect time. You are the secret connection made visible. And this isn't the climax, it's still the beginning. There's a point in every chosen one's journey where things become unexplainable, not just to others, but even to yourself. You'll start waking up with visions. You'll feel like something is pulling you forward without effort. You'll speak words you didn't prepare, yet they'll land perfectly, as if they were scripted by the stars. You are not imagining this. You are stepping into divine momentum. Momentum that doesn't come from planning or striving, but from alignment. Momentum that doesn't ask for approval, but moves through spiritual permission. This is the phase where you realize you are not walking anymore. You are being carried. The secret connection that was activated has now gone beyond internal shifts. It's now externalized. You will begin to see physical reality reshape itself in response to your internal frequency. It will shock you how fast things begin to respond. But do not fear this acceleration. It is not a rush. It is a reward for the seasons when you obeyed in silence, when you stayed faithful without recognition. When you grew in private, while others performed for attention. You are not just manifesting now, you are embodying. This means your presence carries codes, your smile radiates healing, your silence carries truth. You are not what you were last month, not even yesterday. Every hour, something new is unfolding within you. You're not changing, you're emerging. There's a rebirth happening, and rebirth doesn't just bring beauty, it brings disruption. You may lose the desire to engage in certain conversations. You may feel nauseous in spaces you once enjoyed. You may even outgrow dreams that once defined you. This is all part of the transition. You are shedding the identity you created to survive and stepping into the one that was coded in your soul from the beginning. This phase of your journey is sacred and delicate. The divine contact is increasing its intensity. You'll notice that the lag between thought and manifestation is shrinking. That's why your mind must be clear. No more entertaining doubt. No more rehearsing fear. What you focus on now appears quicker than ever. You're operating on spiritual electricity, and it listens. The world may look the same, but you are not seeing it with the same eyes. You now have divine perception. You can see through masks, through energy, through false promises. You no longer need someone to explain themselves. You can feel their truth. This is discernment, not judgment. And it's a gift from the connection that now lives within you. You'll also begin to notice divine interruptions becoming more common. A plan will shift. A meeting will cancel. A sudden urge will guide you somewhere unexpected. Don't resist these moments. These are not accidents. These are divine reroutes. The secret connection is not just whispering now, it's moving you, strategically, precisely. And as this happens, there will be tests. You'll be offered shortcuts, opportunities that feel tempting, but come with spiritual cost. Be careful. Not everything good is God-aligned. You must choose legacy over ego, depth over attention, expansion over validation. The divine contact didn't elevate you so you could sell yourself for applause. You carry too much light to beg for platforms. You are the platform. You are the channel. And your voice is no longer just sound. It is sound wave, a ripple of energy that travels beyond the moment into minds, hearts, and timelines you may never even see. You speak, and worlds shift. This is why your silence has become louder. You're no longer compelled to defend yourself, to prove yourself, to explain why you've changed. Because you've realized divine energy doesn't explain, it demonstrates. And your life is now the demonstration. The transformation is visible. You can feel it in how people react around you. You walk into a space and eyes follow. Some stare with awe, others with confusion, some with resistance. That's okay. Your presence is a frequency disruptor. You no longer match the room. You recalibrate it. This is not about arrogance. This is about awareness. Awareness that you are holding something powerful, sacred, untouchable. You've been trusted with a flame, and that flame must be protected. It must be honored. It must be fed with truth, presence, and silence. This is why noise will bother you more. Chaos will feel intolerable. You won't be able to stay in environments where your energy feels caged. You'll walk away from people mid-sentence. You'll decline invitations with no excuse. You are not being antisocial. You are being divinely preserved. You've become too important to your mission to be everywhere, with everyone, saying everything. Your time is sacred. Your voice is currency. Your vision is a blueprint. And your energy is a portal. You are no longer a participant in life. You are a builder, a revealer, a carrier of what's next. Get used to being misunderstood. Get used to moving without explanation. Get used to being the first to say no and the last to need recognition. You are a different breed now. Your instructions don't come from people. They come from presence. And presence doesn't shout. It commands. You'll notice your circle changing again. Not because others are bad, but because your elevation requires agreement. Agreement in energy, in intention, in vibration. You no longer have time to convince people to rise. You're walking with those already rising, or those willing to rise. This is your destiny season, but not the one written in a book, the one encoded in your spirit before you took your first breath. You were meant to carry this light. You were meant to feel different. You were meant to move ahead of the crowd, not for ego, but for impact. And now, you're ready to walk it. Everything is lining up, even the things that feel like they're falling apart. You're being restructured for glory, rearranged for clarity, repositioned for legacy. The divine contact has rewritten your path. Your next steps are not just important, they are historic. Because when you move now, timelines bend, patterns break, bloodlines shift, and destinies are rewritten, not just for you, but for everyone connected to your voice. The secret connection isn't just activated, it has become you. Chosen one, now that everything has been activated, embodied, and revealed, there is no return. The line between the life you knew and the life you're stepping into has been permanently crossed. This final chapter is not the end. It is the launch into the forever version of you, the version that no longer chases alignment, but lives in it. Everything before this moment was preparation. The pain, the delays, the confusion, the silence. It was all divine training. You were being shaped to carry what very few can. You were being refined to hold light that doesn't flicker. You were being called to a destiny that needed your full awakening to unfold. And now, you're ready. The secret connection has not just changed your path, it has changed you. Your spiritual DNA has been restructured. Your thoughts now carry voltage. Your presence now carries revelation. You are not merely a person in this world. You are a spiritual event, a walking prophecy, a living answer to prayers spoken in silence. Don't underestimate what is coming. Doors you never knew existed will swing open. Divine alignments that were held in suspension will now unlock like rivers breaking through a dam. Things that once took years will take days. Why? Because divine time moves differently for those in alignment. And you are now in rhythm with the divine clock. Your life will begin to accelerate, but without chaos. This will not be the fast pace of burnout. This will be the sacred speed of divine flow. You will move with grace. You will speak with force. You will lead without ego. And you will rise without resistance. Every dimension of your being has been touched by this activation. Your mind will receive downloads that disrupt logic. Your body will begin to crave silence, water, light, and rest. Your emotions will be more refined, more centered. Your spirit will no longer shrink to be accepted. It will stand as a beacon for those still lost in the fog. You will become an anchor for others, not by holding them, but by standing firm in your light. People will come to you not because you convince them, but because your energy is undeniable. You don't attract anymore. You transmit. You don't seek anymore. You know, you don't ask anymore. You command, with humility, with clarity, with alignment. From this point on, everything you say must be intentional. Your words are not just sound, they are blueprints. What you speak now builds. What you imagine now forms. What you release now multiplies. The universe is not guessing your intention anymore. It is mirroring it with precision. That is why the divine will continue to call you to be still, to retreat, to fast, to disconnect. Not because something is wrong, but because the light inside you is growing too large for casual company. You are now in a sacred metamorphosis. The next version of you will shock even you. Your body may feel different, heavier in some moments, lighter in others. That is energy integrating. The old programs are being overwritten. The divine data is downloading. And when it completes, you won't even recognize your former self. Not because they were bad, but because they were preparation. What happens next is beyond imagination. But it will feel familiar, because your soul knew it was coming. It's why you cried in silence, why you felt out of place for years, why you kept rising when everything said you should have quit. Something inside of you always knew. And now, that knowing is no longer a whisper, it is a roar. Do not be surprised when your life no longer makes sense to others. You weren't born to fit their version of reality. You were born to rewrite it. You are a disruptor of timelines, a rebuilder of broken paths, a breaker of generational illusions, a restorer of sacred codes. This is why your steps are now ordered, why your words are now timed, why your decisions are now sharp. The divine connection has synced your being with divine intelligence. You are now a vessel for strategy, not struggle, for elevation, not explanation, for movement, not maintenance. The divine contact will place you where you're needed, not where you're liked. Your name will be spoken in rooms you've never entered, not by chance, but by divine placement. You are being assigned where your energy unlocks nations, not where your comfort feels safe. The world is shifting, and you are one of the chosen architects of the new Earth frequency. And the beautiful part? You don't have to try anymore. You just have to be. Be in alignment. Be in flow. Be in truth. The connection inside you now does the rest. It attracts what's meant. It repels what's not. It knows before you know. It moves before you move. And it will never leave you. So rise now. Not with noise, but with knowing. Rise with peace in your heart and power in your walk. The days of waiting are over. The days of asking are complete. Now comes the time of receiving, of building, of declaring, of stepping into spaces created just for your arrival. You are not hoping for the miracle anymore. You are the miracle. You are not chasing the signal anymore. You are the signal. You are not wondering if you've been chosen. You were born chosen. And this is the divine proof of it. So walk boldly, speak clearly, move intentionally, love fully, and most of all, listen deeply. Because from this moment on, every beat of your heart is a message. Every breath you take is a prayer. And every day you wake up is another invitation to live the fullness of what has already been written. You are the secret connection, the divine contact, the awakening, the guide, the signal, and the world has been waiting for you to arrive. Now go, it's time.